I've always had this fear that I'd be attacked at nighttime on the street. Even though my job, being a barmaid, would have me finishing at 1 in the morning for years. Even though my job, being a barmaid, would have me finishing at 1 in the morning for years. I still had that fear. I still had that fear. Our boss wouldn't let employees park in the customer car park, meaning we'd have to walk for around 5 minutes to reach our cars. I wouldn't mind, but the pay wasn't exactly great. It was a Monday, me and my mate were just having a conversation when she says, "Have you heard of this app before? It's called Is Someone Following You? Or IceFi on the Play Store. The app is capable of detecting the signal waves of mobile phones that are nearby. If it happens to notice a wave following you, it will notify you." She explains. People are saying it can detect ghosts and other paranormal entities due to the waves they give off, but I think they're just wanting the app to grab your attention, she says. I was skeptical about the app's reliability, but my friend assured me it's never wrong, and in fact it once saved her from a weird man, as she was alerted quickly. So, I downloaded it, why not? One windy and cold evening, I was clutching my coat as I walked down the street. My phone suddenly vibrated in my pocket. It was a notification from that app. A message appeared on the top of my screen which read, "Someone is following you." I looked about and slowed my pace. There was nobody around. It was eerily quiet. The only sound I could hear was the wind blowing in my ears. Confused, I carried on walking, the sound of only my footsteps echoing as I did. A few minutes later, I got another notification. "Someone is following you." No one was behind me though. I began to wonder if it was a bug or a scam. Roar! I jumped out of my skin. My colleague Rob was laughing and now in front of me. "Sorry, I couldn't resist. You forgot your tips for the night." Then he passed me some money. "You scared me then. Next time you do that, I'll cover you in my pepper spray." When I was safely in my car, I laughed it off. At least the app worked. The app didn't notify me again after that. Until tonight, that is. I'd just done a long shift and it had worn me out. I just wanted to go home and crawl into bed. It was yet another cold night and I was depleted of energy, walking alone. I had to really focus on my feet as I walked to keep myself awake. My mobile vibrated. I assumed it was a text and got it out of my pocket. "Someone is following you." Being off guard and seeing that message, I woke up instantly. I once again looked around. There wasn't anybody about and it was freezing. Maybe it was Rob again. I told him I didn't find it funny last time. It better not be, I thought to myself. I stood there for a moment looking back, but again nobody. I carried on walking, but I was on edge now. I kept my phone in my hand tightly. After a few moments, it vibrated again. "Someone is following you." I looked around again and started to panic. It was the middle of the night and I was on my own. Something didn't feel right. A cat ran by and startled me. "Is someone there?" I said aloud. No answer. I began turning around to carry on walking, when, out of the corner of my eye, I swear I saw something moving at the corner of an alleyway. I turned my head and for a moment, I couldn't process what I'd seen. I thought it could have been that cat again at first, but cats don't have white eyes. I walked quicker now. "Someone is following you." Behind me it was scarily quiet. "Someone is following you." Was it the sound of bare feet on the sidewalk I'd just heard? "Someone is following you." I held onto my pepper spray can as I got closer to my car, whilst looking around constantly. I finally reached the car. I got in, quickly closed and locked the doors. I let out a sigh of relief, then immediately drove home. I got inside and got ready for bed. I thought about the app going off a few times and came to the conclusion that it was a bug this time. I put my phone away and got a glass of orange from the kitchen and a bite to eat. From the lounge, I heard my phone vibrate. My cell phone vibrated. "Someone is following you." I stared at my phone in horror and began looking in every spot I could see. It looked clear and I walked towards my bedroom, trying to reassure myself that the app was glitching out. I switched on the bedroom light but couldn't see anybody. I relaxed a little and went back downstairs, but something caught my eye outside the window. That's when I saw them white eyes again and a creature's pale face pressed up to the glass. I screamed. I called the police who did a search but found nothing. The next day I noticed loads of footprints underneath my window leading to other windows in my house. I was completely freaked out and keep the curtains closed now.